There's only one thing to do.
Drop it. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Hey, this is RobotnikIsSexy, and I'm gonna fight Silver, who is a friend of Ninja Deathstrike, and stuff. He's cool. I'm gonna lead with Golem, because I thought he might want to lead with Raichu, since I have a humongous electric weakness on this team. 3 Pokemon can be hit super effective by it. And I'm gonna wish and pass to Oogway because I don't want those rocks to be up, and he doesn't have a ghost, so there's nothing he can do from preventing the rapid spin. Although, I probably should have just saved some time and gone into Wartortle in the first place. I actually meant to. I hit cancel and it didn't work. It was like too late or something. I don't know if that's happened to you in Pokemon Showdown, where you hit cancel, but it does the other action instead anyway, but it ends up working out. That Toxic on Volbeat is going to be really crucial, and we're going to play a weird game. We're going to have a dance. Volbeat is going to rain dance, I'm going to Sunny Day. Volbeat is going to rain dance, I'm going to Sunny Day, and then Toxic is going to kill it. So that's cool. I could have been pretty screwed if I got fully paralyzed, because I was paralyzed there. I had a 1/3 chance of losing my turn, but for some reason all 3 or 4 of those turns I did not get paralyzed, which is pretty nice, and it's going to help me out a lot. I'm going to crit the Kecleon, which didn't matter so much since I do have Fire Blast, which would one-hit KO it after an Air Slash anyway. Raichu's coming out. I'm just going to Death Fodder Papillon here, and he's going to go for the Thunder, so he definitely has a rain team, well, obviously, after showing the rain dance on Volbeat. But that's pretty cool. I like that, because BasKILLIN has really good attack and speed, and Ludicolo, as you know, is awesome, so Thunder just makes sense. And he's hit 2 Thunders in Sun, which is pretty lucky, I guess, but doesn't really matter that much, since I do predict the pretty obvious nasty plot, because what else is Raichu going to do behind a substitute? And those hazes saved my life. Those hazes and me not being paralyzed were freaking huge. Now, I'm going to do something which is awesome, and I'm going to lock myself into Psychic and just take out some of his guys, and he didn't really see the Scarf coming. But that's fine. That's what Boy George does. This team is balls to the walls offense, and there's a Scarf special attacker, just put it on there. And he didn't see the Sucker Punch coming at all. He kind of forgot Golem learned Sucker Punch, which it's kind of easy to forget about. Golem, I mean, how often do you fight Golem? Unless you play NU a lot, but even then, you don't really see him that much. Regirock is favored over Golem for the most part. But yeah, since my Sturdy was intact thanks to Wartortle being a boss, I can just take him out with the Earthquake, and that's going to be that match. And this is going to be a doubles VGC style match that I had with Pokemon Showdown and some random guy called Bueno with a 3. And my team is on the opposite side because Pokemon Showdown doesn't like to work sometimes, so it swaps up the sides, but whatever, it's fine. I actually really need to use the replay feature so that I can turn down the turn speed to slow, because in doubles so much happens. So anyway, I'm already behind. This match is kind of special to me because it's one of the first or second times Crobat has actually really performed excellently in this team. Now, had he led with Hydreigon or something, I would have been screwed, but I knew that because he obviously has a Sunny Day team, he's going to lead with Heatran for the Eruption. So that's awesome. So I taunt him, which does not let it use Substitute. I thought he might want to taunt Jellicent, but he went for Substitute, which is, you know, same difference, it's fine. And yeah, on turn whatever, gosh, on turn 2, I guess, I just blast away his entire team with the water spout, drizzle-powered, max special attack, quiet-natured water spout, which is beautiful. Now, the white guard is pretty obvious. I should have probably seen it coming, but I had a lot of leeway from blasting half of his team to ashes on the second turn, so I could afford to make sloppy moves, and the wild charge brings me down to 1%, which is kinda cool. And I'm going to recover and do the water absorb heal thing with the surf on Kermit the Frog, and that's pretty cool. And close combat with Fighting Gem is going to bring Kermit down to 1% too, so yeah, I don't know if that's RNG, hacks, min damage, crazy bullshit happenings, but that's what happens. And it doesn't really matter so much since Extreme Speed is going to take out Kermit, but at this point it really doesn't matter since I have more Pokemon. I have 3 more Pokemon to throw out, and I have Shadow Ball, so yeah, I can predict the Wide Guard and just use a single targeting move, and yeah, everything is hunky-dory and good and dandy and happy and wonderful, and Pinkie Pie is going to execute him on top with the acrobatics there. So that was nice. It was a very thorough match. Most of the time leading with Amoonguss and Jellicent is the best lead you can do, but in some cases Crobat lead is pretty good. But anyway, this is going to be a really short, underused match. I'm going to lead with Hitmontop, expecting him to lead with either Swampert or that bug guy, Heracross. So that's pretty cool. I can just switch into an attack and take it well because of the Intimidate, which is very nice. And Hanukkah is going to do some awesome stuff here. I am going to freeze that Crobat, but I'm going to forget that fire attacks thaw it out and just sit there and get blasted in the face with a Heat Wave and D-Dance Salamence, and I had a good chuckle about that. And I really appreciate his nicknames. There have been I play Pokemon Showdown a lot. A lot of people don't even bother giving nicknames. I think it makes the game a lot more fun. But yeah, with that Reflect up, and with me knowing that he's going to switch out, so I double switch into Ugu-chan with the Scarf Blizzard, he is going to feel defeated enough to forfeit the match, I guess. It's really a shame because I wanted to play it out. Munchlax definitely would have made things interesting. I would have had to play around that, but I pretty much targeted the rest of his team. And this is going to be the closing match. An invisible Leafeon is going to lead, and then turn into a substitute as I taunt it. And I guess Leafeon is really dang fast. I was hoping Papillon with max neutral speed would be able to deal with it, but I guess not. So Leafeon, credit to you for being good. So I'm going to Sunny Day now, and this is kind of a misplay here. Well, actually it isn't. Well, no. I should have switched into Exeggutor here, but at the same time, it's not easy for me to do these things since he does have a Skuntank on his team. So should I ever bring out Exeggutor, he will probably switch out, but I could have gone for Sleep Powder on the Skuntank switch-in. That would have been actually really excellent, and that he probably would have done it too since he's taunted and can't do anything else but use the Clear Smog, which wouldn't really hurt Exeggutor at all. So that would have been the stronger play for sure. Unfortunately, I'm not going to think of doing that until today, and I had this match a couple days ago, I guess. And Ludicolo is going to sub on my Toxic, which is really bad. This is a sub Leech Seed kind of rain dish stalling Ludicolo, which I usually don't run across, and it's going to give me problems. Now, this is the same problem here with Exeggutor that I mentioned like a minute ago. yeah, he's got a Scun tank in the wings with, I think, full health, and should I decide to use Psychic, I'm just gonna be in a heaps of troubles. So I'm gonna lock myself into Specs HP Ice, which, as you can see, did barely any damage to Ludicolo. Definitely a bulky Ludicolo. And BasKILLIN is gonna come in, and he's gonna kill stuff. BasKILLIN is really hard to deal with this team. I did deal with him in the first match, but the fact that this guy has a Scun tank, and the fact that Leafeon is so fast and powerful is definitely going to make the difference. Now, Scun tank's going to come in, I'm going to get up the sun, and I am going to blow it away with a Fire Blast, which feels really nice, but at the same time, I've already lost Exeggutor, which is pretty bad. It would have been a lot better had I had him still with me, but some shit is going to happen. I'm going to take a crit from Aqua Jet, which does like 65%, and then I'm going to make the lamest, stupid play bonehead thingy ever and lock myself into Thunderbolt, which is really bad since the Leafeon switch in was pretty obvious. If I had gone for Psychic, I probably would have won this match. Spoilers, I don't win. But I mean, had I used Psychic, it probably would have had low enough health that it wouldn't have been able to substitute later, and I could have death foddered Charizard and then revenge killed, in a sense, with Golem, since I still had Sturdy. But yeah, that was still a really good game either way, and those are going to be my matches. If you liked the matches, like them with the like button, or comment if you want. And yeah, I will see you later, YouTubes.